I'm Chris Summerhays,
And I'm Jared Bust.
and this is our presentation on VMware Horizon Suite.
VMware Horizon Suite is a unified end-user control management system. It consists of Horizon View and Horizon Workspace. Horizon View simplifies management, security, and control of virtual desktops while delivering a high-performance experience of desktop services from any device across the network. With Horizon Workspace, it provides centralized IT management and a secure aggregated workspace for access to virtual desktops, thin apps, and data files from any mobile device or computer, simplifying the end-user experience.
Alright, so now let's take a look at a live demonstration of the VMware Horizon Suite environment that we had set up. So we're going to log in first as an administrator user for our account. And here in the administrator console, this is where we're able to set entitlements to our users who will be able to have access to the Horizon files, web applications if we made them, any mobile applications, any View desktops, thin app applications, and also if we were running in a Citrix environment, we'd also be able to publish those Citrix applications. So if we go over to the users and groups, this is where all of our entitlements sit for our different departments. Over on the catalog tab, this is where all of our applications and our View desktops will be. So if we wanted to be able to push these out to our users, we would just select which environment we want to push out and make those entitlements. So right now, myself and Jared have access to this View desktop. And as far as our thin apps go, this is where we would also allow ourselves or any users to have access to these applications.
Okay, now we're going to log into my account and show off some thin apps. Okay, so this is what the end user portal looks like for the Horizon Workspace. As you can see, I have all these brand new entitlements. I have entitlements to Horizon Files, the Thin App Notepad++, a Windows 7 virtual desktop in Horizon View, a Windows 8 pool, LibreOffice, and WinSCP. Let's go ahead and open up Notepad++ and see what happens. So I click on that, and we want to have the browser launch the application for us. And here we are. We have just launched Notepad++ from our Horizon Workspace. Okay, here's a little background information on how thin apps actually work. There's a client program that actually creates the thin app packages for us. Once the thin app package is created, we drag that thin app package into our thin app server and then sync it with our Horizon Workspace. Once it's synced with the Horizon Workspace, we can then see it in our Horizon Administrator and then entitle it to any users we see fit. So thin apps can be ran in two different ways. It can be streamed, or it can also be synced to the client desktop. So right now Notepad++ is actually just being streamed directly from the Horizon Workspace thin app server, so it actually isn't installed directly onto this client machine. We're going to close out of Notepad++ right now, and we're going to try LibreOffice Writer, but instead of opening it from Horizon Workspace in the browser, because my applications have already been synced to this desktop client, we can just open it up from here, and it'll access it from the thin app server as well, at least to do the entitlement. But the files are actually stored here locally on my client machine because they've been downloaded from the server. So we got that working as well. And we'll close out of LibreOffice. Another useful thing with the Horizon Workspace end user interface here is that you can actually move your applications around and organize them however you want. So I can move my thin apps around and organize them together and keep my virtual desktop views together as well. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and check out Horizon Files. In Horizon Files, we can create folders and upload any type of files that we want, and then even share them with other users on our Horizon Workspace. I'll show you that right now. We're going to upload a few pictures from our download folder. Okay. So pictures uploaded okay. We'll also create a folder. We'll just call it folder 1. And then we'll just drag and drop those images in that folder. Now if we go over here to this arrow on the folder, we can share it. And then I'll go ahead and share this with Chris Summerhays, and it shows Tim automatically. We'll just click that and then share. And now that's shared with him. And we'll turn it over to him.
Alright, now let's take a look at my end of things here for how the file sharing is working. So we'll sign out of Jared's account, sign back in as me, I'll go to my Horizon Files, and I've got a new notification over here showing that I've had a folder shared with me, and I want to add this folder to what I've got over here already stored in my Horizon Files, and I now have those images in that folder that Jared had shared with me. So that is how the file sharing works with VMware Horizon Files within Horizon Workspace. So now let's take a look at how VMware Horizon View works within Horizon Workspace. Now with VMware Horizon View, you have a couple of different options for how you want to deploy your virtual machines to your end users or your clients. You can have it set up so that your end users or clients, or myself right now, can access my virtual machines using a web browser, so with HTML5 access, or through VMware Horizon View's native client that's installed on your machine. So if I wanted to view this machine through the browser, then I just right-clicked because I wanted both the options. If I was to left-click, it would use a default. And I want to choose, so I want to open this machine with the browser. And how I've configured this is with Windows 7, I have 3 separate desktops in a pool. And one of those 3 desktops will be made available to me. With Windows 8, it's set up the same way. So when you click on this to view it, you'll be given one of those 3 desktops, and we got to make sure that we allow pop-ups. Alright, so here we go. I am now connected to that Windows 7 virtual machine through HTML5. Full-on desktop right here. Now let's take a look at the other method, which is using that native client. So we're going to disconnect from this machine, and we'll use the Windows 8 pool this time. And we want to open up with the Horizon View native client. We've already got it installed, so we'll just hit open, and we want to launch it. All these securities. And the way that the Horizon View client works is very similar to remote desktop. The protocol that it uses is actually remote desktop. So we now have full access to this Windows 8 virtual machine, and I'll go ahead and log in. And now we are signed in to our Windows 8 desktop. And like I said, it's using the same remote desktop protocol, just going through Horizon's native client. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect and log off this machine. And we're back to the user portal. Now, another awesome feature with VMware Horizon Workspace and its Horizon View pools is you can also install the Horizon View mobile application on your mobile device, whether that be an iOS or Android, and you can actually access your view pools and have access to your desktops over your mobile device. So you can connect to a Windows 7 machine or your Windows 8 machine and be viewing that desktop on your mobile device, which is pretty awesome. Now, the last feature we want to talk about with the VMware Workspace is how it integrates itself within your operating system. Now, the Horizon Files, since this is a competitor with services like Dropbox, it also integrates your file shares into your operating system. So if you wanted to upload a file or download a file to your Horizon File Share, instead of always having to log on to the web browser and access your files that way, it's tied into your operating system. So here is my Horizon Workspace file share right here. So now I can drag and drop documents or files into this folder here, make new folders, structure it however I want to, and it will be automatically uploaded to our Horizon Files server. So I add that all there, come over to my file share, and there is folder number 3 that I added. And we'll just show you that it is working. I'll just drag and drop some of my images into folder 3. I'll come back over and look at my file share now. Folder 3 now has all my images. So those are all the neat features of VMware Horizon Suite. There's obviously a lot more we could have talked about, but these are the main features that we focused on and worked on within our project.